Hello, I'm Graham Horton and welcome to this video. This video is really an answer to a question posed on my previous video where I was talking about file transfers from Lumix cameras over to smartphones. So the question was, can I transfer files from the Panasonic Lumix FZ80 directly to an Android smartphone? In this case I'm going to be using the Google Pixel 9. Well, the FZ80 has a micro USB port. Unlike the other cameras we talked about, they have that proprietary cable. This one has a standard micro USB. Now it also supports Wi-Fi transfer, but Wi-Fi transfer can be problematic and is particularly slow. So using either a cable transfer or preferably taking the SD card out of the camera and placing it into an SD card reader plugged into the smartphone would be a more reliable solution. But I'm going to take you through the process of connecting the FZ80 with a small caveat that this camera supports in-camera charging as well. So the camera will decide whether you're going to be using USB or charging dependent on your answer to a question that appears on the camera. The FZ80D hasn't got Wi-Fi transfer, so that isn't an issue for you, but it does have a USB-C port, so you can use a USB-C to USB-C cable directly from the camera to your smartphone. In this case we're going to have to use a micro USB to USB-C cable, which is available on Amazon for about £5 or $5. In my case I don't have a micro USB to USB-C, so I've got the micro USB to type A, and then I'm going to use that type A to USB-C adapter. So again, it's a little bit of an expense, but if you can get the micro USB to type C cable, it's all in one solution. So let's set this up and I'll show you how to transfer the files from the FZ80 to your Android smartphone. So I had a slight change of plan here because the Google Pixel 9 was running low on charge. I've attached a USB-A to USB-C adapter which also supports a charge pass-through. So I'm charging the phone at the same time as doing that, but we're still going to be using our micro USB to USB-A adapter here. So I'm going to plug that into, first of all, the port on the USB-A to USB-C adapter, and then I'm going to plug the micro USB into the camera. But I'm first of all going to turn on the camera, and you can see the back of the camera. When I plug this in, you'll notice that it first of all wants to charge the camera. So let me plug that in and you'll watch the display on the back of the camera. To begin charging, turn the camera off. So at this point you might think, oh well, it's not going to charge. It then switches over to the USB mode, and again we're going to select PC, which is going to be the connecting method. Press menu set, you'll get connecting to PC, access, and now it's accessing the file storage system on the Android device. So let me just put the camera down and then we can go over to the smartphone. Now we don't use the Photos app as we did with the iPhone series. Again, we use the Files command. So if I go here into Files, if you look down towards the bottom as before on the other Android phone, we use the Samsung Galaxy S24, you see we've got USB storage. So if I tap that, it brings up the USB storage that's on the card in the camera. DCIM is the default folder for all the images, so I tap that. It shows the subfolders. In this case it's 103_Panasonic, which is a standard sort of definition for Panasonic image files on their cameras. Touch that and you can now see that we've got thumbnails for all the files that are on the SD card within the camera. So to transfer them to the Android device, as with the Galaxy, we just tap one of them and it then brings up the option here to move or copy. So I'm just going to go select. So if I select one of them, it gives me the opportunity of being able to select whichever files I want to transfer across. So let's transfer the first 4. Now I'm going to click the 3 dots at the top of the screen, which will ask me do I want to select them all, move them, or copy them, or compress them? If I move them, it will move them to the directory that I'm going to state in the next operation, and then delete them from the memory card. If I copy, it will copy the files over but leave those files still on the SD card. That's the preferred option I use. Make sure that they've gone across there without actually erasing them before I've seen the file copy. So copy to, we're going to go to internal storage, so that's where we want to store them. So we'll go internal storage. Now it tells me where do I want to add these files. So I'm going to go to my pictures folder. So there is only one folder on there at the moment. I'm going to create a new folder. So just tapping down here, new folder. I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call this FZ82 images. So I've created a folder. Then I will copy to folder. It will say now copying those 4 images over to the FZ82. If I wanted to view those, then we need to go into the Photos app, go into Photos, and we want to look for collections, and collections on this device. So I'm going to look for the FZ82 images which we just created, and there you can see the 4 files that have been transferred across. If I'm happy that the files are transferred across correctly, then I could reformat that card for the next time I use it. Hope you found that useful. Of course, if you're a new viewer and like what you see here, please do hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. Or if you found something useful in this video, why not give me a thumbs up, a like button click. So until my next video, thanks very much for watching. Please do take care, and I hope to see you all very, very soon. Goodbye for now.